control. Got this gun. Square to reload. Oh, square to switch. There we go. Already started streaming. Oh. Where the frick am I going? I don't remember. A shortcut, okay. Who? Who? No, who does this incog? But is there enemies? Wait a minute. Oh, there's enemies, okay. Alright, let me try this other gun out. Nah, I like this gun better. Ooh, itchy. Oh. What are you eating? The heck is... How do I get down there? Oh. Here. What is that? Sorry, I didn't explore this area. That's right. Chakra? Chakra. Dodge effigy. Thresholds. Examination of paranatural topics. Thresholds. The oldest house is a place in flux. Thresholds appear with no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The widely accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a blank frequency different from our own. When these frequencies match, the threshold will manifest in the oldest house, which acts as a blank. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universes, or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affects the house or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes blank in those who learn of it, so is actively denied. Refer to file 505-1881. Glasses needed. Freaking be clean. I got no roots in the phone. Never on the round. I got no roots. What's this one do? Internal lockdown. Okay.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
Hiss Trooper, okay. Field research of Hiss on his entity, Hiss Corrupted Trooper, which is the boss I defeated last time. Troopers are meant to be the first agents to enter unknown AWE's thresholds or any other paranaturally hazardous situation. They are heavily armored and heavily armed in preparation for the worst. As a result of their role, Hiss troopers have access to the heaviest armor and weaponry from the Bureau's armory, including military-grade chain guns, and grenade launchers, in addition to their already formidable FBC-issued armor. The hiss resonance surrounding these entities is dense enough to stop bullets. If forced to engage one of these, be sure to make use of any available cover. Also note that the telekinetically talented enemy grenades can be a welcome source of ammunition. Refer to file blank for full report. What's this say? Oh, I can actually destroy some shit. Okay. Explore the other sections in here. Guys, it says book club. Guess what the name says? It says book club Lopez. You hear that, Lane? Unless you review by Captain Lopez. These days, most YA novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance. Unless you manage to do both, in the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because the dystopian future, and along the way, they just have to fall in love. Liked how we never got to know if the Fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for YA. The main character succumbs to the Fix when she's so close to the cure, and commands her love interest to go and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but the job... No, that's the thing I'm reading. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I give this book 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. I would say post your time in the chat exactly, so you know your time, okay, and what to beat. Get me? Okay, well, post it in the PS4 chat, you know, so you could know what time to beat. You get me? Yep. What the fuck do I get over there? Looking around incog the level we were on. I'm just searching around for stuff. That's what I'm doing right now. Whoa, you fucking dickhead. Well, that man run for his life. Where did you go? Freaking coward, bro. I don't know where the frick he's going. Okay. What is it, last? Yeah. I mean, I texted a while back. Up there. How do I get up there, though? That's why. You want to watch me play then, Incog, since he's getting off? Oh. No, you said you gotta go into something, so. Ah, great, these motherfuckers. What? Huh? Are you talking about the running up the hill one that Chase Jackman made? Which is the same one I showed you in time. You had no problems with last night. No, I saw a YouTube ad that Chase Jackman made like a thing. Like a parkour, well not really parkour, but it was just that scene from Stranger Things. What's that? Oh, okay. What are you watching, Incog? With Lucky or Lane? Can't go up there because I cannot levitate yet. These motherfuckers. Here we go. Why are you doing that to him? How many girls you're saying? It's too many, bro. It's too many, bro. What? 2? I feel like I feel like I just want one-on-one, you know? Is it for, you think it's for, you know, like XP stuff, you know? Incog, the first 40 minutes I was basically just exploring around. Now I'm actually going to talk to the person I need to
Jesse, you made it.
called? Progress with the story.
Let's
Alright,
talk,
Incog.
Emily. Yes, of course.
You hear me, bruh? Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't hear you say yeah. Unless your mic is messing up.
Listen, Emily. Screw it. Just tell her. I haven't been completely honest. I have a younger brother, Dylan. When we were kids, we found an old slide projector in Ordinary's land.
Oh, that's right. Right now she's
The
talking about
slides created
her little brother who's she's like her little baby brother who's 17 years old, and me and Incog are like,
Bad
what?
things happened.
Remember that shit, Incog?
Came through. That's all she gets. The rest stays locked inside. But we found help. Through one of the doorways, we met something. A being.
A being? What kind of being?
It's hard to describe, but she helped us. We managed to turn the projector off. The bad things that came through the doorways were gone. After that, your people came. Tried to grab us. I ran away. They got Dylan. I left him behind.
Bureau agents took your brother?
Yes. You covered it up. No one believed me. I just want to find Dylan. I've been looking for him ever since.
Why did you want to get Lucky on in the first place? What was the
happened
point?
to the slide projector? It sounds like another object of power.
I thought you took it. The Bureau. Along with Dylan.
Okay.
I've
Why do you
never
spam
heard of
Incog,
it,
by the way?
But around here, I assume everything's classified. You know, I looked into the Ordinary AWE.
Why do you
case
spam
mentioned it.
Incog?
Trench
Seriously.
and Darling were both involved.
Do you have a thing for him?
A large
You
area
have
of
a
the
thing for him?
containment sector was reserved for it. The
Sure.
case hasn't been active for a long time. I have no idea if anything's still there. Can you tell me more about this being you found?
Let's
Yeah,
hope you
because
two
you're
get
scared of Lane,
along.
right?
She's been with me ever since Ordinary. In my head. She led me to you. I call her Polaris.
As in
Well,
a guiding star.
Calling Incog 30
Did
times
Polaris know about
is annoying
this?
to him, okay?
If she got you in here in spite of the lockdown, She's very powerful. Which may help explain your test results. Your readings are incredible, Jesse. Now, cross-referencing them with the database, I found 2 matches in Darling's old classified files. Unfortunately, I can't access them beyond the file codes. But one was P6, referring to a prime candidate for a potential future
Why do you
bureau
spam
director.
him, though?
This was
Why
long
do you
years
spam
ago.
him?
Dylan. Is that Dylan?
The other match is on something called Hedron, which must be connected to these Hedron resonance amplifiers somehow. All I know is that Marshall went to the research sector to secure the HRA production after the Hiss first attacked.
So, Marshall seems like our best lead on Dylan.
And
I
I
need to
barely
go after
call
her.
you incog.
How
And I
can I
barely
get to the
call
research
Lane.
sector?
Right.
Use my key card.
I'm, like,
the
off
sector
the radar
elevator
usually.
will take you there.
I'm like off the radar usually.
Marshall is the next step. What Emily told me about Ordinary, my powers being connected to things in the Bureau's past. I am so close to something.
Got clearance level 3 now.
Do you feel it? Something's coming.
We take turns to come for a visit.
The fuck?
I helped
Ati.
you. You
Ati is
owe me
talking.
now.
This crazy
And
old man.
when time comes, I will come calling.
Got 4 ability points? Holy shit. The Old Boys Club is a mission? The fuck? So
Hi,
do you have
Jesse.
any new information? Let's see. Yes, you do.
I keep finding traces of Darling, but still can't find him. Where could he be?
But he's usually in his office in research or one of his labs. Dr. Darling has quite a few all around the Bureau. Could be hiding in any one of them. I check myself, but I don't have access to most of them.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
He didn't let you into his labs?
Not all of them, no. Some had volatile material. It's ridiculous. I mean, this whole place is volatile material. Could have at least thought of a more convincing lie. I mean, how can I work without access to all the data possible?
This place has a bad habit of moving around, huh?
So you notice the building shifts. Did you know that 39% of Bureau accidents are caused by the shifts? It's true. I ran the numbers myself.
So they're dangerous.
Oh, very. At one time, a shark got shifted into a meeting room along with over 2,000 gallons of water.
What
It
the
was a tiger shark. Darling's pet research project. I forget what he was researching.
How do people work here?
How do things randomly get shifted into a fucking room? The fuck?
You said you're an assistant?
Oh, it's just a title. I'm a scientist, a researcher. I work for Dr. Darling. See, when Bureau agents go out in the field, the sites of altered world events, we study the materials, the altered items they bring back. It's always something we've never seen before. And studying them requires new instruments, methodologies, sometimes entirely new fields of science.
Emily really loves her job.
See, there's no guidebook for what we do here. Everything that happens at the Bureau, including the science, is without precedent.
What exactly is the Ocean View Motel?
That's a bigger question than you might think. You see, I have extreme doubts that the motel is a single place. I mean, look at all the doors inside it. Where do they all go? We know that one door leads to the oldest house, but how come we can only ever open that one door? Maybe to open a door, you have to have entered through it. So if every door leads to a different dimension, plane, reality, whatever you want to call it, then I believe that the motel is firm proof that parallel universes exist.
Does Darling agree with that?
I haven't told him yet. I'm waiting until I can prove it.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Now, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What? I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of.
Why? Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just... wow. I mean, this blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
I need a review on that. I didn't hear anything.
What can you tell me about control points?
They're nexus points of the oldest house's unique energies. Well, I wrote a 30-page proposal hypothesizing that we could siphon energy directly from them. Darling didn't even get through the first page before he turned it down.
Right. And, has anyone ever used them to teleport around?
What? No. What? I mean, you mean physically? No, not that I've ever heard of.
Why? Because that's how they work for me.
What? Really? Oh my god. More tests.
Let's hold off on the tests until later, okay?
Okay. It's just... wow. I mean, this blows my control point theories right out of the water. I love it.
See you soon.
Be careful out there.
Incog, you're too chill. You need to tell him to stop. You know? Incog? Where he's coming from, you're saying? Because... hold on. What? You gotta talk louder. If you're real, like, upset, you're saying? Oh, okay.
Hope has asked us to document the history.
Yo, you remind me of this other guy I know. His name is Brian. And I know, look, I know all three of us are, Pisces and stuff like that, you know, Incog. But I feel like you and Brian are too much like Pisces in the sense that you guys are too chill with shit and just let stuff go. I'm just like, motherfucker, what? You know. You know what I mean, right? Or no? So I definitely have some fire to my, you know. So I'm not, I feel like you guys are more 100% Pisces than me. Because I have some other mixed craziness, you know, to my...
Using reel-to-reel technology
Oh, fuck do I go now? Fuck do I go now? Yeah, I feel it too, but I only give people leniency to up to a point. You get me, Incog? It's like, nah, it's not all the time, you know. Like, I'll give people leniency to a point, and then they like break that point. It's like, dude, the fuck is wrong with you? Launch grenades and rockets back at the enemy. Fuck yeah. Got no roots. Whatever on the ground. Yes. I have to go to the elevator now? Maybe. Did that say secret elevator? The fuck did that say? Sector elevator. Duh. I got no roots in the flow and never on the ground. I've got no roots. Research. Research sector? Is that where I go? I have no fucking idea. Got no roots in the floor, we're never on the ground. Yeah, this is new. Yeah, this is new for sure. Central Research. Next chapter. Incog. Does the old boys club, does that sound like a weird name for a mission? I don't know, it sounds kind of sus. Oh, hello assholes. Stupid. Fuck were you thinking, moron? Whoa. Dumbass thought. You fucking thought, bro. Got no roots in the floor. Whenever on the ground, I've got no roots. Got no roots. Got no roots in the floor. Whoa, I see someone trying to fucking snipe my ass. Roots. Never on the ground, dumbass Mitch, missed. I'm gonna hit you with a bench, bitch. Damn. Oh, this motherfucker's going down, bro. Come here. Come here, little dickhead. Come here. I'm gonna hit you with this fucking sculpture. Dumbass. Whoa. Fucking bitch, really? Fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Dumbass. Stupid. Dumbass. Fucking raccoon. Damn. Damn. Dumbass motherfucker. You wanted this. Bitch. stupid. Dumbass. Fucking wrecked, moron. Did I just walk through that shit? Sounds like The Simpsons. What are you doing now, Incog? No, seriously, what are you doing? What? Got you. This reminds me of Dead Space a little bit, this shit here. You'll watch it though, eventually, right? Incog. Threshold utility, utilization of paranatural elements. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by blank, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau, but we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent thresholds effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mold has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go to in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing, as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. Refer to file 594-1284 for full report.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
Hiss Sniper. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted sniper. Bureau snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. Hiss snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and the Hiss snipers are well aware of how to use it. Refer to file blank for full report. From what? I can't hear. T who? Bullshit, bro. But I'm guessing it's a different count. I'm guessing it's like a fan-made thing, you know. I'm gonna go in game chat here. Yeah. Hubert, Black Rock Analysis, Federal Bureau of Control. Hi Carla, does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 Black Rock samples you sent. The prism, or whatever you called it, I filed them in the usual place, under C for Carla, a handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. All the very best, Hubert. $31. How many notes is that? Right, 20, 30, 40, 68, 69, 76, 5 more notes. Plant complaint. Federal Bureau of Control. Hey, so I was just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. And are we being invited by houseplants? Worth looking into. Dr. Lewis. Incog. This guy is singing to plants. What the fuck? What? He's singing to plants. I've never heard. I heard it could help plants, like, with music, but I'm like, I don't understand singing to a plant. A glimpse into the paranatural, synchronicity, and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We're striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Prefer to file blank for full report. What? Yeah, I don't know who Fearless is, honestly. A good time with Morgan. Try taking a warm shower then. Something. Why don't you take a warm shower? No? That won't help you fall asleep? Lynn? No warm shower? HREs, what the fuck is that? HRA.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more. I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs.
Incog.
What are they for? Do you always need to wear them?
Yo, Incog, so you know that I just found some important information from the game. You know that thing that you're like, what the fuck are they wearing on their chest? Supposedly it's like a life preserver, except the thing it's protecting you from is something that's classified. Which I'm like, what the fuck? So protecting you from some type of unknown entity, I'm guessing, you know? Still makes no sense though. Alternative perspective, objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the blank, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on or little that I am allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the blank, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very blank of objects such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the blank, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such direct contact with the blank? I'm guessing user. Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the blank is a natural fact and not something more? Refer to file 623-93824, full report.
Listening to your conversations.
No roots.
You do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
Utilization of paranatural elements. Resonance confidential. Resonance, it's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, though, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Blank opened the door to a blank. I've called blank. The blank emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomenon? AWE's altered items, objects powered, do they share a common blank that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file blank floor report.
Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified not water might pour in and
Research in astral plane. Examination of paranatural topics, the astral plane and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, created an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the blank and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer to file 632, 64, 98 for full report. No roots in the floor, never run the... Darling budget request. Federal Bureau of Control. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Kinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think that those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. God, no roots.
quick and painless.
God, no roots. Never got no roots. Is this in this room that I'm thinking? Is this room? That's it. Service weapon. Is it? No, it's not this room. Never mind. I thought it was. Where's the ashtray maze?
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license. Labyrinth can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Oh. I'll save that for another episode because that's going to be a long one. I need to find a freaking cleanse point. Fuck off, dude. I'm not even trying to fight. I'll just go. Fuck you, motherfuckers. What the fuck is going on, bro? Fuck you. Dumbass. Dickhead. I'm trying to do something, really. Bitch. I need to find a cleansing point. Where can I find one? Song questionnaire. What is her experience? 84 points. C. Poets of the Fall, My Dark Disquiet. Answer questions within 2 minutes of listening. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you at any point feel a strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear at your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide a detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard the murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what do they say? Do you hear them now? Please choose one from each of the following pairs, 1 or 2. A or B, day or night, apple or orange, burn out or fade away. What?
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts.
Incog, the next part we have to play together because it's interesting.
Voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
It's a 5-minute one?
You're listening to America.
It was 2 minutes, never mind. But it was 5 minutes. Cool, that's right.
Night, the world, it's mine. With nobody else out here, it's time, run wild and royally cavalier. To burn, ignite. I do it for so much less when all is made clear. There is nothing else, and here we stand, the sweet, arresting duality, and I come to, it's resin all over me. Will I awake?
Alright, that should be enough to Shazam that later. Oh, what the? Really? What the fuck is that? I don't even fucking know what that is. Oh, what the fuck? The fuck are you? That's how you clear a doorway now. I understand. Alright then. Except, wait a minute. I still hear the music going, so. It's chilling. Go to executive communicative department. Do what? Let me do that, then I'll come back here and then I'll figure some shit out. Communications department? Oh, okay.
We're in the dark here. Where's Darling?
Upstairs. Yikes. gonna try to go to a cleanse point. And then end it. I gotta pause it first.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes. The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.